Hello guys, welcome to my channel. It's been a while. I have not been that regular here when it comes to posting contents. A lot of people have been sending me messages and thank you for your messages. I am doing very fine. It is because I have been very busy with a lot of things. So now I am kind of less busy this period and I am going to be dropping these videos back to back. In this very video today, I will be talking about something very important, and it has to do with how you can maximize your proof of funds. Because usually when people have their bank statements right enough to apply for visas, they apply for just one visa without them knowing there are ways they can use that same proof of funds to apply for a second visa at the same time. So this is something I will be sharing with you here on my channel. And it is also very important for every one of us here to note that I am not a travel agent. I do not do visas. And also I do not give people jobs abroad. What I do basically is when I find legit travel updates, I drop it here for free for people to make the most of it. Now, if you are just coming across this channel for the first time, my name is Nosa Comedy, the man with the remedy. Many of my fans call me Nosa from the source. That is because we bring legit information directly from the source, undiluted, to you. So please, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please make sure you do so. And also click the notification bell right here on my channel so that you get notified whenever I drop a new content. And also give this video a big like, and God bless you as you do that. Now, let's go into this video proper. How do you get two visas with one proof of funds at the same time? Yes. Or how do you get three visas with the same proof of funds in almost the same space of time? Now, let's say you have a proof of funds, that is bank statements, and you want to apply for a US visa. While you are filling your US visa, let's say you want to come and attend a conference here in the US, and maybe that conference you want to attend here in the US will be taking place in 8 months' time. While that conference will be taking place in 8 months' time, let's say in the same year or period, you have a conference in Canada you want to attend in 5 months' time. Don't forget, the US conference in 8 months, the Canada conference in 5 months. Now, with that same POF, you can apply for a US tourist visa, a B1, B2, to attend that conference in the US in 8 months' time. And you can also apply for a Canada tourist visa to attend that conference in Canada in 5 months' time. But there are key things you have to note. Like I have said in my previous videos, most of these countries, they share data. They share biometric data. That is to say, it is possible while you are applying for a US visa, Canada already has your information. While you are applying for a Canada visa, it is also possible US, they already have your information. So now, how do you navigate this? One, you have to make sure whatever you are entering in these two visa applications, when it comes to your own personal information, they are the same. Because if you are applying for these two visas at the same time, and if eventually from what we are anticipating, or from what we hear of these countries exchanging biometric data is true, you can apply for a US visa and say you are married, for example, and you are applying for a Canada visa at the same time, claiming that you are single. That is the problem. Because by the time these countries exchange biometric data, if that is true, you have landed yourself in big problem. That may even lead to visa ban. Because same application from the same you is supposed to have same information. Even if you are applying for 3 visas at the same time, your personal information in these 3 visa applications should be the same. But you cannot apply to have same visas from the same countries in your passport. That is to say, you cannot apply for a Canada visa and get it and be applying for another Canada visa again. No. Because somebody asked me this question not too long ago and said, I have a Canada visa. That Canada visa will be expiring in a year. Please, can I reapply for another passport, or can I reapply for another visa to get a 10-year visa, so that when that my 1-year visa expires, I can start using the 10 years visa? I said, no, you cannot do it. You can only apply for a visa after the old one you have expires. But in the case where you have a visitor visa for Canada, for UK, or for US inside your passport, you can also apply for a student visa in that same country. You understand? But there is also something you have to take note of here, is that, usually when you apply for the US visa, B1, B2, and you are granted that visa, your passport is collected, and eventually they stamp your visa into your passport and have it mailed to you through DHL. So now, if you are applying for these multiple visas at the same time, and the space of maybe your interview falls within close range of days, you might have a problem, whereby if eventually you get a US visa, the request for your passport, and your passport is being held with them for days before it is usually sent to you with your visa inside. So just like I have said, many of you, it is very, very important for you to learn how you can maximize your travel documents. Because imagine you have taken time, you have put in effort to save and build your proof of funds towards travel, whereas you could have been able to use that same POF to apply for multiple visas. Now, again, let me give you this little breakdown. Last year, there was somebody who reached out to me because I knew about this way back. So he had a lot of money in his account. He was into business. So he had built his POF. So he reached out to me and said he wanted to apply for a Canada visa. I said, fine, you can apply to visit. Then he was saying he would love to apply for a US visa as well, which is a tourist visa, to just come here for a visit, and after spending like 3 weeks, he would want to go back home to Africa. So some people were telling him it is not possible. He cannot apply for these 2 visas at the same time. I told him, yes, you can apply for these visas at the same time. That was last year. And behold, this guy did it the way I told him, just the way I've told you, and he got the visa. He is not even the only person I have told this. So I have so many things to talk about, But it's just that when I get call or SMS from people, I get reminded of contents I haven't made. So for many of you, also, I will also want to say this. If you are building your POF, once you build to month 6, so the 6th month, and apply for visa, it is very, very important for you to build that POF for like another 1 or 2 months, so that you can also use that same POF to apply for another visa. Because the mistake many of you are making is that when you build your POF for 6 months, you apply for one visa. Once they deny you, you start building your POF again for 6 months, you apply for another visa. You are wasting time, and it is taking a lot of energy and finances to build. So instead of building your POF for 6 months, you get denied. Build your POF again for 6 months, you get denied. You are building it. No. Once you build your POF to the 6th month, apply for visa. You can apply for multiple visas. With that same POF, you can apply for New Zealand visa to visit. You can apply for Australia visa to visit. You can apply for US visa to visit. You can apply for Canada visa to visit, provided the date in that your visa application to visit these countries is not within the same time. If you have indicated in your visa application that you are visiting the US in October, you can apply for Canada visa to visit Canada in November. While you are on that, you can also apply for a UK visa to visit the UK by December. The most important thing here is that you have something important you want to go and do in these countries. And you can also prove that you are truly going to these countries for the purpose you have indicated in your visa applications. And once you are done in these countries, according to the date and time you have stated in your visa application that you will be spending in these countries, you are going to come back to your country. So once you can establish this, believe me, this is how you see people having 2, 3, 4 visas in one single passport, because they have maximized their visa application documents, like the POF I just spoke about. So this is something that we tell you to look at, because we have a lot of us who are travelers, and we are making these mistakes on a daily basis. So I am just here to tell you that this is how you can maximize your chances of getting more than 1 visas at the same time, or getting more than 1 visa at the same time. Till I see you in my next video, guys. Have a good one. Stay blessed.